Hey, hi, and hello, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well. Weekly track roundup. Yep, basically going to talk about a bunch of songs that have dropped over the past week, and whether or not I loved them, or hated them, or felt somewhere in between. That's the point of this video. That's what we're going to do. All right, every single song that I talk about in this video, just reminding you, is linked down below, so you can check it out for yourself. Also linked down below, our Turntable Lab link. We get kickback from it. And yeah, that's only, though, if you use it to buy some vinyl, some turntable stuff, some speakers, whatever they got over there. If you spoil yourself, you're spoiling us as well in the process. Also, our Patreon page, yep, extra bonus monthly content while supporting us in the process. That's cool. And also our YouTube Fantano Shorts page. All that great short form content pops up over there. And our website with a regularly sweet updated new news section, which a lot of people have been enjoying as of late too. All right, the worst tracks of the week. They are as follows. We have a handful of those. Bam, not really feeling the new Turnstile song, Never Enough, unfortunately. While I do think the band on their last LP, which I loved, brought a very interesting and dreamy, somewhat accessible, is what I want to say, accessible twist on a hardcore sound. This new song over here, Never Enough, just kind of feels like some dream pop alt rock fusion. It's like if Foo Fighters were writing me a song to go nappy time. I'm not really into things going quite this light and easygoing. I'm hoping that following singles or deeper cuts on this forthcoming album that they have on the way go a little bit harder. Again, I do think the band has a bit of a calling card right now for a dreamier, more easygoing sound when it comes to left field and punk adjacent rock music. But to me, this just kind of came off pretty bland and disappointing. We also have MARINA, who has come through with a new track, CUNTISSIMO is what I'm going to call it. And yeah, it's just kind of trying too hard to sound different and weird, and it just comes off as annoying in the process. So yeah. All right. We also have a Lana Del Rey, Henry Come On, new single from her. And unfortunately, I kind of feel like this sounds like a ballad that she wrote over 10 years ago with very uninteresting vocals, kind of very stereotypical chord changes and melodies for her. This just feels uninspired at this point. Not really sure where this is going, given how much of a high point musically and songwriting wise her last record was. This just feels kind of like a downgrade to an older version of herself that isn't quite as interesting in my view. We also have Green Day with a deluxe track off of their Saviors record, Smash It Like Belushi, and it's just some very annoying pop punk, and I will leave it there. All right, meh. The tracks I was on the fence with, you might like them more than me. They are as follows. We have a new one from Yeule over here. Brand new single from them is Evangelic Girl Is a Gun, and it's a bit of fuzzy electro pop. I mean, not a super distinct sound or anything like that, but there is a decent song structure to it, and it certainly felt more complete and, I guess more put together than the last couple of singles, so we can at least give it that. We have also over here Method Man, Wu-Tang Clan, Mathematics, all coming together on this multi-build track, Cooley High, Warriors 2, or Warriors 2 Cooley High, with Benny the Butcher. Feels more like just like a Benny Method Man track with a pretty decent beat on it. It's okay. Classic boom bap vibes on it, though not like a super strong chorus or anything like that. But Method Man and Benny do certainly have a chemistry. There is that. All right, we have also Tennis, who apparently are, after this new record, calling it quits. Who knows if, musically they have other plans, but I guess as the duo known as Tennis, things may in fact be done. We do have a single over here titled 12 Blown Tires, a bit of a dreamy indie sound with some very interesting lyrics. I mean, not my favorite thing in the world, but for those big fans of that type of sound and Tennis specifically, the band is coming to an end. You may want to just kind of take note of that. All right, we also have, excuse me, Sheck Wes, who is back with a new track, I Love My Bitch, featuring Travis Scott. And Sheck Wes is just going on and on and on about what he loves about his partner on this track. Seems like a very cool, generous person, but they don't see love the same. I mean, his delivery, I think, could use some work, and Travis doesn't exactly save the song or anything like that. But, Sheck Wes continues to be a kind of a quirky guy. We can say that as much. Lido Pimienta, who has a new record on the way that I'm very much looking forward to. Mango is the teaser track off the record. I wish it was kind of fleshed out more as a song or built up into something other than what it is, but I suppose as like an interlude, as a passage, as a motif, it is an interesting listen. It's got some droney, rustic instrumentation in the background, and Lido just vocally killing it over that with these really interesting tonal jumps in her voice, very kind of reedy tone to her voice that I think is quite great. It's almost like she's singing like a bagpipe set. It's really quite intense and, again, standout performance. So really liking the vocals on this one. I just wish, again, it kind of built up into more of a song, but who knows how this track is going to kind of fit into the overall rubric of a Lido album. We will just have to wait and see. All right, we have Hardy, who has come through with a new track titled Favorite Country Song. Now, Hardy, whose work in the past I've not really been a big fan of, I thought this track over here had an interesting little twist. Favorite country song. His favorite country song is not really a song at all. It's a bunch of sounds that he sort of associates with experiences around country living. It may have kind of a mainstream country production instrumental palette that I'm not the craziest about, but songwriting wise, I thought it was a cute track, and certainly more heartfelt than some of the stuff he's put out as of late where I think he's like trying too hard to sound stereotypically country or just like sound really cool or badass on these really bad metal country fusions. Again, this track felt relatable and quite cool. All right, we have Ghost over here. Lachryma is the name of their new single, and I feel like along with the last track, it has its highs, it has its lows. Very interesting introduction on the song, very Ride the Lightning era Metallica with the riffs and the epic atmosphere and so on and so forth. But once it gets going, I feel like it kind of comes across like a lesser version of a track that could have been on that record they wrote about the Black Death that I thought was really good. But again, like a lesser version of something off of that. So I don't know if you're looking for some heavy metal that is quite tuneful and a little spooky-ooky, you could give this a listen. But I think Ghost has put out better stuff. Okay, geez, there's an edit. Just had another coughing fit. Aminé is coming through with a brand new record. 13 Months of Sunshine is the title of the album. Arc de Triomphe is the name of this newest track from it. And he's continuing to dabble in more dance beats and that sort of thing, rapping over just groovier instrumentals, which I think is fine. I think is cool. Some of the bars, though, I don't think were all that memorable or maybe all that flattering, maybe kind of featuring some humor that's like maybe warranting a bit of an eye roll. But still, with that being said, cute track all around, and a really cool Streets tribute going on here with the sampling and the instrumental as well. Cool to be putting on fans to a UK hip hop classic with this one, if they're willing to actually take the time to dig into the makings of this song, as it were. All right, best tracks of the week. We have a handful of those. They are as follows. We have this new one over here off of a brand new EP from a band named Touchdown Jesus. I Love My Wife is the name of the track. And if you're looking for some wild, crazy, progressive art punk, I would say, give this track a listen. Like, the instrumentation is wild. Vocal performance is great. Song is hilarious on some level, I would say, and just killer band chemistry all around. I got to dig more into this entire EP, but if the band name Touchdown Jesus is not enough for you to be like, oh, I want to listen to that band, take it from me. Pretty sick track over here. Touchdown Jesus. I Love My Wife. We also have a new one from More Mother and SUMAC, another teaser track from their forthcoming collaboration. Scene 4 is the name of this latest one. And like with the last track, you know, you continue to have these really intense spoken word passages that are leveling a lot of social commentary against the current society and hierarchy and political paradigms that we live in. And just, you know, beyond that, setting the tone perfectly, you have SUMAC's just booming, heavy, thunderous riffs. And, you know, it's simple. It's straightforward in terms of like what it's made of and what it's saying and what it's doing, but it's just a really good team up. You know, it's just a good match in terms of, you know, the content Moor Mother is bringing vocally, and then like what SUMAC is bringing musically, and it just kind of freaking works. You know, Moor Mother has done a lot of collaborations over the years with a myriad of different artists, and some for me personally have worked, some haven't, but Moor Mother's voice just over this type of metal riffage, just in my head anyway, makes sense. So I don't know, just been enjoying the material from this forthcoming album so far, and hoping to enjoy the rest of it once it is out. We have also Stereolab, Legends, Stereolab, electronic, indie, left field, rock. Legends, Stereolab are actually going to be dropping their first proper album of like brand new studio material very soon. First one in over a decade. Aerial Troubles is the first single from it. And, you know, like usual, it's creative. It's well played. It's quirky. It's colorful, and features a bunch of different genres kind of melded together in a very interesting way that just kind of makes it all difficult to place. Honestly, it's the band continues to defy expectations and make it hard to kind of exactly define what it is they do specifically, as they're never kind of dealing in just simply one or two styles of music. You know, it's coming from all over the place. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of what makes Stereolab. You know, could be a bit of a jam, could be a jazzy thing, could be an electronic thing. You never really know. You know, could be a pop thing, could be an experimental exploration. Again, it's Stereo. It's that classic Stereolab, keep you guessing magic. I don't know. So really loving hearing it again in another iteration on this latest single, and I'll say that. All right, moving on from there. Pulp, Spike Island, legendary band Pulp, back with a new single over here, new album on the way. And this one's sounding quite glammy, very dramatic lead vocals as well, which I mean is kind of typical for the band. And yeah, just liking the vibe of this track all around. Just like kind of feels like they've still very much got it in more ways than one. We have also over here a Blank Space. And then following that, we have also Deerhoof teaming up with the one and only Saul Williams, who are dropping this track Under Rats from the forthcoming Deerhoof album. And Saul could not have been a better collaborator on this track, in my opinion. As far as the riffs and Satomi's vocals, it is classic Deerhoof all around, and Saul's killer poetry and rap style just kind of works really well in this experimental rock context. We also have Blue, who is hitting us with a new single from his forthcoming album, and this one features Sene as well as Chester Watson. Simple is the name of the track, and if you're looking for some very kind of catchy and very meditative jazz rap vibes with a lot of contemplative lyrics, you are going to want to listen to this one. A couple more. We also have Billy Woods hitting us with this new track, Black Zombie, featuring Steel Tipped Dove. And lyrically, I'm liking this one a lot. It kind of seems like he's doing what he can to kind of paint a picture of this current world that we're living in, where people are just like kind of, you know, mindless and zombified and not really operating in the world with much thought or consciousness, which, you know, again, I thought was pretty intriguing. And finally, ASAP FERG teaming up with Awich as well as RZA on this new track over here, Butcher Shop, with absolutely killer production that FERG just honestly sounds amazing on top of. Yeah, really loved what RZA brought to this, and these two on this track lyrically are just like a match made in heaven. I really couldn't ask for a better team up on a RZA beat, honestly. All right, well, enjoying all that. Weekly track roundup, done, in the can, all the tracks, link down below. Check them out yourself. You're the best. Over here next to my head, another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Weekly tracks forever.